Okay friends, it's time to get started on our job. Now to access this, we're going to come right in through the glove box. Let's go ahead and open it up, clean out anything that might be located inside because we're going to have to remove this interior area. To do that, we're going to come over and remove 3 Phillips head screws. When you remove this one towards the passenger side, you can see it has the holding string for this. This is going to want to lower down a little further. We'll go ahead and remove those screws and get this out of here. Hold up that glove box. Okay. Now we can grab onto this. I'm going to try to give it a little tug. It has a couple pitons that hold it in, so if you just give it a tug, you might need to use a trim tool, but it should come right out. Now on the back side of it, you're going to see some wiring. We just need to disconnect that. That's fairly simple. Right on the inner aspect here, there's a little tab. You can grab onto that and essentially separate it from the wiring, and it should want to slide right out. Every time you disconnect an electrical connector, take a peek. If you see any funny colors, it's corrosion and it would need to be dealt with. That one looks fine, so we can set it aside. Now with that out of the way, we have a nice clear view of the actuator over towards the driver's side. Now what we want to do to start disconnecting this, there's a tab right along the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze on that a little bit, and we can pull this right off. Once again, give it a quick inspection. Assuming it looks good, set it aside. Now we're going to remove our 2 mounting screws. You're going to find one up here and one located down along the bottom. We'll use a 5.5mm socket to remove each of those. Now we can grab onto that actuator. We're going to give it a little pull, pulling away from the box so we can remove it from the vehicle. There it is, friends. All right, now it's going to be time to install our brand new actuator. Now I'm showing you the backside here. This is the area that's going to mount up against the box. If you look in this center area here, you can see it's not a perfect circle. It has a couple flat edges on it. There's a little shaft inside there that has the same shape. You want to make sure it matches up so we can mount this in. Now you can start in both of your mounting bolts. Once both of them are started, you can snug them up. Give the unit a little wiggle to make sure it's completely secured. Let's reconnect our wiring. Give it a tug. Now it's going to be time to put in the inner glove box. We want to pay attention to this area here with the switch. You want to make sure you plug it in, and of course it functions properly. Listen for a click. Give that a tug to make sure it's secure. Now we're going to carefully slide this into position, being very careful for our wiring so we don't get into any pinch points. Once it slides into position, we'll just give it a couple loving bonks. Make sure it's set in there. Now we can grab all 3 of our mounting screws and start putting them in. Keep in mind, this side over here had the strap mounted to it. Once again, we're going to start in all of the mounting screws before we tighten any of them up. Fill your glove box with whatever you removed. Close the glove box. Now you just want to go ahead and put the key in the ignition and test the actuator to make sure it functions properly. Thanks for watching.